Hey, you. Yeah, you. Welcome to the Malaka podcast.
Air conditioning. Ladies and gentlemen, you're probably wondering what that sound is in the background. That is the sweet, sweet air coming from an awesome, awesome invention called an air conditioner. But unfortunately, I usually turn them off when I record these podcasts because I don't have a studio or anything. So I just try to make as less noise as possible or create, you know, a comfortable, soothing, uh, soundless atmosphere for my podcast. So, excuse me for 1 second. Now, that unfortunate sound, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound of an AC shutting off. Now, this could be one of the most painful sounds you'll ever hear in the summer. Or if you're a fat guy like me, spring, summer, fall, and sometimes depending on the whole global warming shit, winter. My mouth is already dry, but I'm going to see if I can get through this. This is definitely not going to be an hour podcast, which sometimes I like to do because I'm already starting to suffer. It's 30 degrees today with humidity, and I'm in a part where like the window at a certain time is just basically like you feel like an ant under the magnifying glass. Apparently kids used to do that before the internet. So yeah, what are you gonna do? But anyways, yeah, I can get through this. You know, it's not really fat man comfortable, but I'll do my best. We'll make this a simple one. You know, not every podcast has to have a great story or actual facts. It's called the Malaka podcast for a reason. I like talking about things, and I don't know. A lot of times I don't really give a shit. So we're gonna go back to good old Wikipedia here, and we're gonna see what they have about the good old air conditioning, or people refer to it as AC, or air con. Has anybody ever called air conditioning air con? Like, really? That sounds, I don't know. Con Air, that was cool. Put the bunny back in the box. I don't know what happened to Nicolas Cage? I don't know, like, you wanted to, he bought some dinosaur heads, or I don't know, whatever. But the purpose of an air conditioner is the process of removing heat and moisture from the interior of an occupied space to improve the comfort of occupants. So, as in other words, it's, to keep people from fucking melting. Air conditioning can be used in both domestic and commercial environments. This process is most commonly used to achieve a more comfortable interior environment, typically for humans and other animals. However, air conditioning is also used to cool and dehumidify rooms filled with heat producing, well, it's both, right? Who cares? Electronic devices such as computer servers, power amplifiers, and to display and store some delicate products such as artwork. Air conditioners often use a fan to distribute the conditioned air to an occupied space, such as a building or car, to improve thermal comfort and indoor air quality. Is it just me, or is when I'm like reading this, so I sound like William Shatner? I don't know. I'm just sorry. Like literally, there's like that sweat, between your nose and your mouth. Like I mean, it almost feels like there's like a little pond there. It's cooling you down, but really it's a pain in the ass. And I haven't shaved for like a week, so it's got that like kind of prickly, feeling. I don't know where I'm going with this. Electric refrigerant based AC units range from small units that can cool a small bedroom, which can be carried by a single adult, to massive units installed on the roof of office towers that can cool an entire building. The cooling is typically achieved through a refrigeration cycle, but sometimes evaporation or free cooling is used. Oh God, sorry again. I don't know if it's the heat affecting me or not, but I mean, yeah, this is fucking boring. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but all I can say is this: thank God for the man who invented air conditioning, and that guy's name was Willis Carrier. I think he literally carried like the cool air from the heavens and just dropped it on us. And it was like, oh God, it's magical air conditioning. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and in 1902, this is when he invented it. He was only 25 years old. I think at 25 years old, I was just beginning to read. But yeah, no, he invented the first modern air conditioning system. The mechanical unit, which sent air through water-cooled coils, was not aimed at human comfort. However, it was designed to control humidity in a printing plant where he worked. That's it. That's why he invented it. He didn't give a shit about humans being cooled. He was just worried about everything that he was creating there, or some kind of newspaper, I guess. For it just being cooled. That's why it was invented. Very simple. It was also invented so people would not just die. Because I mean, you hear about all these stories about people just going outside and, oh yeah, I love the fresh air. Yeah, I love going to concerts. And then they fucking faint there. Because I don't know, because they don't feel like paying $5 for a bottle of water. I mean, I don't blame them. And this is why AC is important. Yeah, you need AC to live and be comfortable. They say go outside, for a couple hours a day, and I don't know, and it enhances your mood and it makes you feel better, and it keeps you from getting fat and being lazy and going nuts. But I mean, I don't know. I'd go fucking nuts without my AC. So I don't know. Like, what's the difference? If I go outside, I'm just gonna get a popsicle or something to cool me down, like a big ass Slurpee. How many calories is in one of those? Does that help my diet? No, I don't think so. But what helps my diet is staying inside and staying nice and cool and staying very nice and chill. I did a podcast before about Artie Lang. He said one of my favorite quotes of all time. He said, my two favorite inventions of all time are air conditioning and pizza. Which, ladies and gentlemen, I would somehow love to have that quote framed and just put it over my bed. So every day I wake up, I look up, and I know that I'm living in a world where I can have both of these every single day, and it would just make me happy. For those of you who listened to my podcast before about crime pays, I did spend a lot of time in fridges and freezers and packing up stuff. And the reason why I picked those jobs is because it would just keep you cool. A lot of times they'd be like, do you want a winter coat? And I'm like, why? Fuck it. I'm going to go in there, stay nice and cool. It was just magical. Have you ever been so hot that and you're gonna call me nuts, but I don't give a shit at this point. It gets to a point where sometimes you don't even want to turn on the AC. You want to save a couple dollars. But what you do is you open up the freezer and you literally just stick your head in there for like a good minute, and it feels great. I know this has nothing to do with AC, but again, like the cooling sensation of the AC is just so magical. Again, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I am sweating my ass off. I mean, I picked the worst time of day to do this. Honestly, and I always do this too. I have no idea why. I don't know. I got nothing else to do, I guess. But still, I mean, it is hot as fuck, you know? And the humidity, I mean, it just makes it worse. But the AC, I mean, again, just the beautiful magic of an AC. Oh, it's just nice. It really is. I got one of those portable ones that you put in the window there. It's nice. I've seen those other ones, that are on wheels, but I don't know, they're a pain in the ass. I mean, because you got to put this big ass hose, and you got to somehow attach it outside the window, and then you got to use duct tape, and it looks like shit, and it's just stupid. I don't know. Just get one of those window ones. A lot of people say, "Oh, why don't you use a ceiling fan?" I do have a ceiling fan, but a ceiling fan does absolutely nothing. It does nothing. Take your hand and wave it in front of your face, just back and forth, like you're slapping people like the Three Stooges. That's what it feels like. I mean, you feel like a little bit, but it does nothing. The power of an AC is just magical. Like, it really is. I mean, even when you're in a car, I mean, it does take a while, for it to actually work in your car for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I can't believe we don't have things that, work way faster, But it is what it is. Worst case, you got the cheap AC. You know what that means? You roll down all the windows and you hope you don't hit any red lights. All right? That's a very poor man's version of AC, but it works, saves money. You're welcome. Now, I want to look up some funny stories about AC on YouTube here, but the first shit that pops up is this Assassin's Creed or something. I don't know, some video game, whatever. I don't care about this. I'm an old school gamer. But one thing I do remember is, remember Seinfeld? Remember they were putting in the AC? And, of course, I don't know, Kramer just puts it in the window there. And he doesn't bolt it down, none of this shit. So, it was, it didn't work out. Didn't it? Yeah, and then it got loose or something, and then it crushed a dog or something like that. I don't know. Oh yeah. Remember Happy Gilmore? Remember when remember when he visits his mom? Oh no. Yeah. Oh no, grandma. Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, and he's in the room there, and he can't get the AC to work, whatever. And he just bangs on it, because I don't know, for some reason, guys, we think we just bang on something, it'll just fucking work. I don't know, but so he hits it with both hands, and it falls out the window, and then it hits the Mr. lady, Oh, Mister, help me! That Mr. Lady. I think I just killed her. Yeah. So those are the funny stories I remember about the AC in a movie history. I don't know. Honestly, guys, there's not that much. I mean, again, I just put it in YouTube here, and again, it just shows Con Air. Yeah. How do I live without you, AC? Yeah, there's not much. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I did find one clip of an AC, playing a bad guy in a movie called The Little Toaster. It was a cartoon that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, some shit like that. I don't know. It was about the best way I can describe it is I don't know if you ever hear of Animal Farm, The same shit. I just, except for some reason, I don't know, these appliances were coming alive in a cartoon. You know, yeah, we didn't have much to watch back in the day. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Apparently the AC got really pissed off. He maybe blew over one of the kids' pictures or some shit, and then they made him the bad guy. And it was voiced by Phil Hartman. Rest in peace. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the fuck they would portray the AC as a bad guy in a movie. I don't know. I mean, what do they got here? They got the vacuum, the toaster, the old school. Remember those desk lights? They used to bend back and forth. I don't know. I mean, like out of all those appliances, I'm taking the AC every time. I don't care. Worst case scenario, I used to live with some black guys, and I would put bread in the fridge, and it lasts way longer. That's something they taught me. Which, by the way, like black guys in general. I mean, I don't know how you guys can just beat the heat. I mean, again, I lived with a couple of them, and they would just embrace the heat. Like they never turned on the AC. They would wear like 3 layers if it was 40 degrees outside, not sweat. I get it. I'm a big guy. I get it. But it's just I don't know, man. We're just built differently. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm just saying it's. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is I don't know what the fuck was I trying to get at. See, again, when it's too hot, you can't concentrate. You talk about random shit. Like stupid cartoons and black guys used to live with. And it was I don't know. I got nothing for this. I got nothing for this podcast. I'm trying to stretch this podcast out as much as I can. But again, I'm just saying this. I usually don't say this. So sometimes I stop and I just, try to do some research on some AC or whatever subject I'm talking about. But I'm just too hot to care. And this is how much we need AC in our lives. But I did hear one cool thing where I forgot who's going to invent this, but there's some kind of device where in the future, I mean, I think they're still perfecting it, but you put this on your wrist. It's like that shit that keeps track of your steps. Like apparently you gotta. Apparently watches are out of style, but for some reason we wear something on our wrist to keep track of how many steps we take a day. This is how. I don't know. This is how we waste our money. But anyways, you put this thing on your wrist, and apparently they're working on this right now, where it's almost like a portable air conditioner. And it's supposed to change the temperature of your whole body. And I'm telling you, like, I don't give a shit how much this shit costs. I mean, I'm going to save every penny, and I'm Canadian. Like, we don't have pennies anymore. So I'm going to just do whatever it takes. And I'm going to save up as much as I can. And I'm going to buy this one day because this just sounds like a lifesaver, But this is the future, It sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, until then, we're just gonna have to, put up with the AC. So, yeah, it is hot as fuck in here, man. I'm telling you, I picked the worst time to do this shit. Like, the guy who invented the AC is a genius. I know I said this before. I'm going to say it again. I will say whatever it takes, I mean, they tried to invent like these homemade air conditioners, if you have like some kind of, like, remember those old school styrofoam, tubs or whatever, you empty that out, you put a hole in it, and then you put some kind of tube in there and put ice in there. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't look right to me. I don't think that shit works. I don't know. I think it's stupid. Just get an AC. I know they're a little pricey, but go to Walmart. They got excellent stuff there. Good things for sale. I love it. I love Walmart. Didn't like Shaquille O'Neal spend like 70 grand like in one day at Walmart? I didn't even know that was even possible. Again, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but again, I am so hot. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I really don't. I don't care. AC is awesome. It really is. And let's be honest, guys, when you're with a woman, that you care a lot about, you want her to stay cool too, and if it's a really hot day, and if you're, and if you both got the day off and you both just want to make sweet love to each other, and eat some grapes after. It's important, while this process happens, you have to have AC, or else, you don't want to be that dude that's on top and, there's like beads of sweat going, from your face to hers. It's just nasty, man. And it's not a good look. It really isn't. Am I gonna say I've been in that position before? That's none of your fucking business. But you gotta stay cool. But enough about my sexual tips. Tips. Anyways, here's some random facts. Schools weren't the only institutions that shut down during the summer. Government offices did too. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, that it was so hot back in the day. I mean, it was like, I don't know, it was like a Greek island at like 3 p.m. I mean, you literally had to shut down shop. I mean, nobody could work. Like, I can imagine, the way my little area is constructed right now, like I said, I turned off the AC. I got this little stand-up fan. I got a normal circle fan, whatever. I would love to get one of those fans, that has no blade in it, and I was like, oh, this is a great idea. It gives out cool and heat, and then I found out the price and I'm like, go fuck yourself. But, if you can afford it, go get it. I don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about again. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the people here. Yeah, I mean, it got so hot, you had to shut down everything, And they're even saying here, it made, for lawmakers, easier for, them to work, obviously, and, gave them longer sessions, and they created more of a better atmosphere, and it created, blah, blah, blah. So there you go. And it says here, air conditioning became something of a status symbol after World War II. Window units were so popular, over 1 million units were sold in 1953. Again, I mean, this is another reason why, people probably in the, 30s, 40s, 50s, probably didn't live to be past, 58, people were just melting in the streets probably. I mean, I don't know, people fucking survived, man. It's crazy, It's just absolutely insane. Insane, I was talking to one of my buddies, and he's from the Philippines there, and he's like, these days are 30 plus. He's like, I haven't turned on the AC once. I'm like, why? Because you're fucking crazy, But it's true. I mean, it depends on certain parts of the world. In Canada, I am not used to heat. We only get maybe, if we're lucky, maybe 1.5, 2 months of summer. That's it. It's it sucks. I mean, over the years it's gotten a little bit better, but at the same time we don't know. If I mentioned this before, like if this global warming shit is going to actually happen. I mean, it sort of happens. It pops in and out. I don't know. Maybe it's a way of Al Gore to make money. I don't know. I have no idea. But this humidity sucks. I went to Atlanta in August 2001, and I only heard of the term heat waves. Now, I always thought heat waves obviously means like heat is gonna come in quick and just hit you like a punch in the face, and but no, literally you would step outside from your beautiful air conditioned place, and you just get smacked in the face with heat. Like you just start sweating. And I remember looking straight ahead, and I literally saw the air, like it had literally waves in it. Like, I felt like a piece of bacon or something. I did not smell nearly as good. And it blew my mind. I was like, wow, so heat waves are actually a thing. I mean, this is fucking crazy. So, I mean, I just don't understand how people live without AC. I don't get it, Air con. Air con. Seriously, who the fuck has ever called it air con? I've never heard that before. Never. If someone ever calls it air con, I'm gonna punch him in their face. I don't care. That's just stupid. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't live in that world. The point is, it is just insane. And God bless that man that invented AC. It seems like every time someone invents something, it's never for, an actual purpose, Well, I mean, it is for a purpose, but not like for the purpose that it really, has longevity for, But God bless him. It's awesome. I really have nothing else to say. I really don't. Like, I'm actually surprised I talked about AC for this long. It's no short of a miracle. I'm just melting here. I mean, I don't really have any stories about AC, I mean, I know I usually throw in a story about my experiences with an AC, but I don't have anything to say. I really don't. I never got into a fight with an AC. An AC has never really cock blocked me. One has never fallen on my head, which apparently seems to be a huge issue in New York for a while. I don't know. That's what I kept hearing. I mean, these, like people have to watch out for falling ACs. That shit hits you, man. It'll kill you. So make sure the shit is bolted down. Okay. Actually, I'd like to give props to my dad for helping me out. Put in the AC years ago here. And it was, it worked out well. So thank you, Dad. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh God, this is brutal, man. I mean, oh fuck, I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Sorry, guys. This is just, I don't know. I'm not getting paid for this podcast, not yet, anyway. So I don't know. This at this point, some of these shows aren't really going to be as good as the other ones. But yeah. Yeah, like when I'm really hot, man, I can't focus on shit. It wears me down. I'm tired. It just, it sucks. It really sucks. I mean, people that live without AC, you're a different breed. You're better than me, that's for sure. Temperature-wise, anyway. But yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna turn back on the AC, all right? I know it's going to affect the sound, but I don't really give a shit. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for... Oh, wow. This is magical. Oh my God. Wow. This is awesome. I know, I mean, I'm probably going to hear this back later. It's going to sound like I'm in front of a jet engine or something, or I'm on the set of Top Gun. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. This is awesome. You lost that love and feeling. That was a good movie. I mean, when's part 2 coming out? I don't know. We're all waiting. We're all waiting for Val Kilmer to make a comeback. I mean. You ever see Tombstone? That was pretty good, man. He was pretty kick-ass in that. And in this one, he was in. He was kind of like the bad guy, I guess, but kind of a good bad guy. I don't know. Like he came around at the end there. He was. Gave props to Tom Cruise. You could be my wingman anytime. And then Tom Cruise, is just like bullshit. You could be mine. Take my breath away. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I love you, air conditioning.